What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Got to talk to all of the people who seem to have diarrhea of the mouth. Um, just because something is on your mind doesn't mean you always got to say it. And I know what a lot of y'all might be thinking. Y'all might be thinking, like, man, look, man, I speak my mind. I'm one of them people, if I got something to say, I'm going to say it and I speak my mind. It's a difference between speaking your mind and blabbing off at the mouth. See, everything that enters your brain doesn't necessarily have to be said. And especially in the case of you offering up an opinion that nobody asked you for. You offering up an opinion that actually you have no connection to the situation or the conversation, but you got people who do that every day. You got people who will volunteer their words, and most people are looking at them like, with those famous three words, well, who asked you? And oh, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, man. You know, well, who asked you? And you get yourself in a lot of trouble like that because um, usually people that do that, they are interjecting themselves into other folks' business. And one of the last things that a grown person likes or appreciates is somebody else who's not connected to the situation inserting themselves in their business. Don't like that. That's not good. It's not respectful. It's not wise. And in a lot of cases, it's not safe. It's not safe at all. So, what's the old saying that the parents would say? Is if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Well, it ain't always necessarily about having something nice to say. It's just about knowing when not to say something at all, regardless if you feel like you have a strong view of it, regardless if you are even um, arrogant enough to feel like uh, your words have so much value that you have to express it. And I wouldn't care if they did. Sometimes you may have something wise and valuable to add to the conversation, but if it don't got nothing to do with you, the more wise choice would be to just not say anything at all. You know, you can get yourself really jammed up going down that road because and even if it's people you know, even if it's people you know, because somebody will throw something in and say something and, well, who said that? Oh man, it was such and such that said that. And like, well, now you got people coming to see you, you know. And even if and especially if your comments are disrespectful, if your comments are just way out of pocket in terms of being respectful to what you're talking about. You know, you got people that will comment on other folks' family problems. You got people that will try to offer opinions, and sometimes it ain't about talking about a person when they not around. That's one element of it. You know, you talking about somebody, you know, behind their back, and you saying this and saying that, and then it comes back, and then it gets back to the person, uh, and then the person comes to address you about what you said about them when they wasn't around. But that's bad enough. But sometimes, man, you could think that you just got to just let this person know and tell this person to their face, and it's not received well, and now you and that person got a problem because you thought that you was, I guess, all wise enough to where your opinion was gonna be respected and appreciated and accepted. And then again, and I'm talking about people that you actually even know. You know, sometimes people don't want to hear what nobody got to say. And if I'm uh, around somebody who just whatever they're going through, they have made it clear that they don't want to hear what nobody got to say about it, and I'm gonna handle it the way I handle it, and I don't need your opinion. Don't nobody talk to me about it. I'm gonna respect that, plain and simple. You know, I'm not gonna be one of those type of people that's trying. Well, no, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. See, no, listen to me. You're not hearing what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to explain to you. Nah, you don't want to talk about it. I ain't gonna talk about it. If you change your mind at some point, and I'm speaking if even if I feel like I can offer something, because sometimes you see your people, your loved ones, your friends, family, whatever, and you feel like you got something that you can offer that can make it better. But if they make it clear that they ain't trying to hear and they grown, hey man, I have no power to force a grown person to do anything that they don't want to do. Now, would I try to go, hey man, well you want to talk about it, man, or maybe I can help you with this. I would extend that, but maybe I'm not a good friend. You ain't got to tell me but one time. I'm not gonna say, "Are you sure?" Or nah, you ain't got to tell me but one time because you are grown. Now, is that 100% right approach? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it depends on who you talking with, who you dealing with. You know, sometimes we know each other. You know this person's level of I won't say ignorance, but this person's level of tolerance in terms of having an understanding to open up and say, okay, well, let me hear what you got to say. Some people, when they get to that point, they ain't trying to hear it. And I'm going to respect it because if I was on the other end of that, in the mode I was in, where I just reached a point where I didn't want to hear it, I know I wouldn't. We've all had conversation with people that was trying to make you have a conversation. And you like, man, I don't want to talk about it, man. I don't want to talk about it. Whether you was right or wrong, whether it was justified, you don't want to talk about it. And you want people to respect that. Now, I'm the type of person, I may be upset about it and tell, hey, man, I ain't talking about that. I don't want to hear it. But I may come back later on. You know, I'll come back down. And then at some point, if I know that that person is really trying to tell me something in my best interest, and I know that person don't have no no ulterior motives or whatever, I'll come back down and eventually, we might have that conversation. But it's funny how people that don't know you get to try to tell you this and tell you that. So be careful with that, y'all. Be careful when you want to just dive into somebody's business and somebody's situation because you think you know uh, the solution, or even worse, because you got good intentions, man. Good intentions can go left, but even worse, if you just that nosy person, you just that person who wants to be in the mix, you definitely need to shut up, you know. And we are not the authority on life, period. Because usually the people that's doing most of the talking, their lives are so messed up and so scrambled up, man, that you would look at it like, why are you even taking the time to be all up in my situation when your life is imploding from the inside out? That's when it really becomes, baffling. Because it's like, dude, you should really be focused on your thing right now. Because you worse than me. You worse off. Your situation is worse off than mine. But some people never factor that in, and they are the same way that you might be, but have this mindset that I can do things that I can say things to you that you can't say to me. So let's get it together, man. Ain't nothing but love. We trying to make each other better. Hopefully these conversations will pass this video on to anybody you feel may need to hear it. And even if it's you that need to hear it, absorb it, take it in, and let's follow the rules of respect and etiquette and human decency, man. All right, man. It's your big brother K-Rino. I'll catch y'all later on. Peace and hair grease. All right.